The bell had rung twice already, but Musa hadn't moved from the window. His shirt clung damply to his back, sweat from a sleepless night, and the kind of fear that doesn't shake off by morning. The compound outside was waking up slowly, boys, yelling half-hearted insults across the quad, buckets slamming against concrete at the water taps, the usual MTU, ni, mechi, Leo, indicating a laid-back, carefree bravado bouncing between Form 4s, but he wasn't hearing any of it. His eyes were fixed on the far wall, the one they called Dunda, not its real name, of course, but among a few of them the ones who'd listened. More than they talked, it meant something. A place where things crossed. Notes. Looks. Sometimes people asterisk, and last night, they'd crossed it. He still felt the burn in his arms from pulling himself up and over. Still heard the sharp breath of Otieno behind him, limping on the way back from that forbidden path. Musa turned from the window, eyes falling on the side pocket of his school bag, inside, folded carefully between the cover of a torn CRE exercise book, was the first letter. To the girl with the sunflower hair ribbon, ... He never got to send it. Someone had beaten him to the wall. But now it was too late, because last night, something changed. For months now, Musa had crossed it quietly, carefully, never to meet anyone specific. Not at first. It had started with passing notes, coded jokes, half-written lyrics, little trades. Some of the girls would meet them at the vines in the wall. During preps or when the bell rang late, never faces, just fingers passing folded paper. Voices whispered through leaves, and sometimes, more Otieno had someone, Musa had. No one, except the smile. That one smile from the Madaraka Day Parade. A year back, she had stood there, yellow ribbon in her hair, laughing quietly at something her friend whispered. That moment had carved itself into him like a signature on wet cement. He had crossed the wall 5 times since that day, whispered with at least 3 different girls, swapped lines of poetry he barely understood, but never her, never the girl. With the sunflower ribbon, and as his feet hit the ground, he whispered to himself, barely louder than the wind, "I'll find you one day." Asterisk, he didn't know her name. Never heard her speak, but he remembered her. It had been during the Jamhuri Day inspection, the year before, when both schools were assembled on the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Sports Complex grounds. The sun had been brutal, melting through blazers and brows, the kind of heat that blurred vision, and time. Boys stood in lines on one side of the field, girls on the other. A gulf of baked red earth between them. She had been near the front of the girls' group, 2nd or 3rd row. Her posture was sharper than the rest, back straight, eyes forward. The kind of discipline that made a student stand out. But what caught Musa wasn't how she stood, it was what she wore. A yellow ribbon tied around her bun. Not school regulation, not loud either, but defiant. A silent flare of color in a world that punished difference. And then she laughed. Quickly, quietly. Her friend must have whispered something. Her hand flew to her mouth, but the smile broke through. Just for a second, he saw it from across the field, and something about it cracked open a window inside him. She didn't look his way, probably, never would. But from that day on, when he walked past the far end of the wall apart, the girls called Dunda to he always slowed his steps, just a little dot in case something waited on the other side.